Greetings and welcome to 15 Minutes of Daily Inspiration. Let me begin by saying Happy New Year, because today, July 1st, is the first day of the second half of the year. Can you believe it that 6 months have already gone by in 2021? And here we are at the last half of 2021, and we made it despite pandemic, despite COVID-19, despite death, loss, and other challenges. You and I have made it, and I'm excited to be with you. If you would, tag, text, and share with a few people and let them know that New Birth Missionary Baptist Church is on for 15 more minutes. Our senior pastor is the one and only Dr. Jamal Bryant, and he provides us as the pastoral team with the privilege of pouring into you with small segments of inspiration Monday through Friday. And we're grateful to be able to come into your homes, into your jobs, into your spaces, and give you some daily inspiration. Are you ready? So glad to see each one of you on our Facebook campus, and our YouTube campus, on our app, on our website, and even in replay. Excited to have you. Let's get into it. If you're ready, type on the screen and in the comments, I'm ready. Do a little exercise for me. Let me make sure that you know how to use your device. Fill the screen with some hearts if you're on Facebook. Fill it up right now. If you're in the comments, if you would just put your hands up on any other platform, use the emoji that you're ready, the worship hands. Let me see them in the comments. All right, I appreciate you all. Our series is starting brand new this coming Sunday. Dr. Jamal Bryant is starting a brand new series for the month of July called Don't Waste My Time. Don't waste my time. And you know that we're always in lockstep on time management and the value of time. And I'm doing a series in parallel for the next 5 segments called Balancing Act. Balancing Act. And this is going to help so many of us understand how to balance and learn work, life, and church balance. I'm going to help you learn how to balance work, how to balance life, and how to balance church in an efficient and effective way, because your time is most important. So I need you to tag your pastor. I need you to tag your business partner. I need you to tag your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend. And this is going to be a series in the month of July you're not going to want to miss. Let's get into it. Go with me to the Gospel of Luke. Gospel of Luke, chapter 10, verse 38 through 40. As you know, I'm reading from my study Bible, the Eugene Peterson Message version of the Bible. It's the book of the Gospel of Luke, chapter 10, verse 38 through 40. And it reads, "And they continued their travel. Jesus entered a village. A woman by the name of Martha welcomed him and made him feel quite at home. She had a sister, Mary, who sat before the master, hanging on every word he said, but Martha was pulled away by all she had to do in the kitchen. Later, she stepped in, interrupted them. 'Master, don't you care that my sister has abandoned the kitchen to me? Tell her to lend me a hand.'" I'm talking from the thought, for the few moments that we have left, I gotta get away. You got it. I gotta get away. Type it in the comments. I gotta get away. I need a break. I need some time off, Pastor. I got to get away. It is clear to me, the older I get, the more God blesses, the greater and deeper I get into operating in my purpose, and the more that I realize that my time is valuable, that I now embrace the reality of taking time away from my daily and major responsibilities. I used to go real hard in the space that I already stay up late at night. I'm the guy that is up thinking and operating and moving around while the house is asleep. I know I got a few witnesses that the best time is your nighttime because your phone is not ringing the same way. The family is asleep. It's quiet in the house, and most visionaries operate in the middle of the night. This allows you to have some time to yourself. But in this process, you start to realize that as you continue to get more things under your auspices and more things that are responsible in your hand, that the greatest responsibility you have is balancing your must-dos with the things that you must do to maintain your sanity. And many of us have learned this during COVID-19. That stuff is going to go on whether I'm there or not. You can testify that you started to realize how important family was when you were forced to be with them. You started validating and putting a stamp on the reality that you didn't want to go park in a space that didn't allow you to pay for extra time. That's why you validated your time now and realized that the ticket you had made life worth living, and you've learned the value of pulling away. You don't work 8-hour stretches anymore. You now have synchronized it down to 4 hours. You don't go all day. You now start pulling some time away to take a breather, to take a nap, to go grab something to eat. Before the pandemic, you wouldn't take a lunch. You wouldn't take breakfast to work. But now, since the pandemic has taught you the value of life, you now sit down to enjoy your eggs. You now sit down to enjoy your bacon. You now take time to allow your food to digest. You take time to spend with your children doing homework or laughing or watching TV, because when time and life have been marginalized and concretized and made you to understand that your life is only of value if you value it, you now start realizing, I might need to get away. And I'm talking to somebody who has become over inundated with believing there is no time for you. You got a lot of responsibilities. You travel heavy. You have the responsibility of the entire family on your shoulders. When stuff gets out of kilter, they call you. When situations get hot, they call you. In the business depends on you. Your ministry is on your shoulders, and you feel like, I can't take time for myself, because if I take time away from my responsibilities, I'm gonna lose. And I came with a news flash that you've got to learn how to get away. You've got to learn how to take time for yourself, because you will not be able to be good for other people if you are not good for you. I'm gonna say that one more time for the people in the back of the digital room. If you are not gonna be good for yourself, you're not gonna be good for others. You cannot sell what you don't own. You cannot give away what you don't possess. And if you don't possess balance, you won't be able to give balance. And many of us are missing the opportunity, missing the moment, missing the reality, missing the blessing that getting away is going to be a benefit to you. I want you now to realize that you cannot spend all of your life, all of your time, and all of your energy getting resources and getting the money and gaining the notoriety and filling up your bank account, only to turn around and use what you gain financially to turn around and get your health back. You have spent time getting wealth and building wealth, and there's nothing wrong with building wealth, but you've never built balance while you were building wealth. You never built balance while you were building a business. You never built balance while you were building a ministry. And now that you got the wealth, you are spending all of the wealth trying to get back the health that you didn't manage. You don't work out. You don't eat well. You don't get any rest. You don't drink water. You don't take a vacation. And this is the moment where you've got to figure out how the balancing act works for you. And if you are ready to get to the place where I'm going to start valuing my life, I'm going to start balancing things that matter, I can't can't spend all my time at church and not spend any time with my husband. I can't spend all my time on the usher board and not spend any time with my kid. I cannot spend all my time in this place called space of faith and never spend any time in the space called family. It's a balancing act. And you've got to learn how to get away. So if you're suffering from headaches right now, realize headaches are not normal. It is a sign that something is out of balance. And this is the moment where we care enough about you to help you understand it's time to get away. It's July. It's the first day of July. And you haven't planned not one vacation. You hadn't planned one day of the week to take yourself out to dinner. You haven't planned not one day in this month to enjoy all of the life you got. You say, well, preacher, I've been working so hard. It doesn't matter where you are on the totem pole. There should be at least one day where you just get away. And when I was going in to schedule my trip with the travel agent in the Gospel of Luke, I ran into a client named Jesus. And all of a sudden, Jesus was making sure that he got some vacation time. He was putting in PTO, paid time off. He was in a space where he had to find somewhere for him to get away. And in his travel, as he was going about healing the sick and raising the dead and giving sight to the blind and unstopping deaf ears and pioneering this thing called the way, he realized that while he was developing the way, he needed to get away. That was good. If he was going to pioneer the way, to be successful at it, he was going to need to get away. And Jesus finds an indiscreet family with a home that he could go to and kick his feet up and be himself. He goes to Mary and Martha's house, and this is a message for pastors. This is a message for preachers and ministry leaders. You have to have a space where you can go and get away and let your hair down and be yourself and not have to be on all the time. You need some time away. You need balance just like everybody else. You need to be able to lay hands on the sick, but lay hands on yourself. You need to be able to take some time to find a circle of people that are okay with you being you. And many of us have this challenge simply because we don't have authentic relationships. We have these relationships that are Instagram at best. They're all filters. You've got to get to the place where you find spaces that allow you to enter a village, enter a comfortable, confined area where people will let you get away. He had a woman there that had a sister and a brother that were comfortable allowing Jesus to come here and eat some collard greens and be able to have some sunflower seeds and be able to lay back and smoke a cigar and have some time to himself, because he needed to get away. Let me help you understand one of the greatest realities of getting away that you're going to ever embrace, and that's going to save your life, is being free to get away from the perceptions and the opinions of people who don't matter. You've got to allow people to not keep you from being all that God has designed for you. And it doesn't mean that you won't have conversations in your purpose, because he has to have a conversation with Mary and Martha about things that he doesn't mind having dialogue about, because I can pour into you because you've poured into me. And you've got to figure out the value of your balanced time by only being able to give to people who are willing to give to you. You only can be able to pour into people who are pouring back into you. And the challenge of getting away is learning how to balance what you keep giving to people who never give back. And this is the moment, this is the month, this is the first day of the second half of the year where you're going to get to the reality. I'm tired of giving to people who only take and never deposit again. And I am freeing you to get away, not just to balance yourself, not just to rejuvenate yourself, but to release yourself. And I'm praying over every lifted hand in this virtual space, that in the month of July, that you release yourself and get away from using friends, ungrateful family members, phony associates, and unnecessary relationships. Because today, you're going to learn how to get away. I'm out of my time. And I realize that my time is valuable and I'm not going to waste your time either. But I pray that this message, this first installment, helps you learn, much like Jesus, how to get away. And if you realize that the balancing act of your blessing is connected to the ability to be able to sow a seed because you're grateful for what God keeps allowing you to receive to maintain the benefit of your destiny and the maximum authority of your purpose, I'm asking that you sow a seed. I'm not asking for you to sow a particular amount because each one of you don't have the same need to balance. You're expecting something different from God. And I'm praying and requesting that you sow a seed based off of your need. More importantly, I don't want you going any further in trying to balance this thing all by yourself. Christ is going to be able to help you do that. And today, right now, I offer Jesus Christ to you without apology. Jamal Bryant wants to be your senior pastor. I want to be your pastor of internet and innovation. New Birth wants to be your church. And if you would, we ask that you move now and click joinnewbirth.org right now. We're waiting on you. And we still believe that prayer is in order in everything we do. And our intercessors, our prayer warriors are ready to pray for you. If you would just email us at prayer@newbirth.org. We'll be praying for you, interceding on your behalf, and believing God that He's going to balance things out in your life. I love you. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. We're going to have an amazing July. This is going to be an amazing season in your life. This half of 2021 is going to be even better than the first half. You're going to learn how to balance, and you're going to learn how to get away. Don't go anywhere. Before you move, share right now, because you're going to forget. I know you. I know all of y'all. You will forget if you don't share. So hit the share button right now. And I got some announcements coming up. Stay tuned. Have an amazing day. I love you. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Get away and manage the balancing act. Peace.
Hey New Birth, it's time for your video announcements. So, as we work on our rest for July, pick up a copy of the July Book of the Month, Mindful Living Every Day by Kathleen Hall. Available now in our Call to Conquer bookstore. Did you miss any of the full Recovery Revival? Or just want to review the powerful and life-changing messages? Visit our Call to Conquer bookstore to get the CD or DVD series. Call to Conquer is open every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Or, for your convenience, call us at the number below or email bookstore@newbirth.org to schedule an in-store shopping experience. July is sabbatical month at New Birth, and all ministry activities will be paused. Our King's Table will be closed from July 3rd through July 31st. We will reopen on Saturday, August the 7th. If you need groceries, please contact the Atlanta Community Food Bank. Please visit and click on Get Help to locate the nearest food pantry. Or you may text Find Food to the number below or call 404-892-3333. Please take this time to rest, refresh, and refocus. New Birth has partnered with DeKalb County, the Beverly Cunningham Foundation, Medieval Times, and State Farm to provide backpacks filled with school supplies for the students in our community. Please visit wearenewbirth.org to register your student. Then mark your calendars and pull up on Saturday, August 14th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Also, please consider sponsoring a child for only $20. We also need volunteers. Please register online. And that's it for your video announcements.